If DMX was part of the Rat Pack,
Kind of.
yeah,
Yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
alive.
DMX part of the Rat Pack.
That's the first thought that we had today, this moment.
Oh wait, no.
Just a Rat Pack with all the old shitty rappers. You got DMX, Ja Rule, fucking.
Maybe we can fuse one of his songs into an old Rat Pack song or something like
Oh.
that. Superimpose them into some of the scenes of their movies and
I'm
stuff.
not against that.
Yeah. Holiday House Podcast.
Brought to you by DMX Rat Pack.
Yeah. So if, in case this is your first time tuning in, or if you have chronic memory loss, we're your hosts. That's Jake Wakefield. I'm Dino Falone. Our soundman, Alex Bobby Jackson. And then our new member, Adam Christopher Peck. I don't know if you can see him, but he's on my left. We call him ACP.
You don't want to see him anyway.
But he wants to see you.
Unfortunately.
He does not have any equipment yet. He's too new.
I don't think we should get him.
Guys, I lost my microphone on the way here. Don't worry, I'll do better. I'll do better next time.
I think like eventually when we get a camera on you, you should have like your headphones should be. You remember the ones from middle school that went around the back of your head so it didn't mess up your spiked hair?
Yeah.
Like that should be your headphones that you use.
I was gonna do that, or just like get the shittiest like Pokemon Pokeball headphones, or
Ooh.
like some children's ones.
Them big
I don't
fat ass ones that wrapped over the ear. They were still like the actual little like muff part,
Yeah.
right? But they didn't. They were just cords and they like hooked behind. You know what I'm talking about? Everyone thought they were cool as shit.
You know what we should do is we should give him some really good soundproof headphones, and then while we're doing this, Bobby's actually playing a recording that we did previously, so he thinks we're talking about something else, and he's responding to it like an asshole. He's like, "No, that's a bad. I don't like eating at Del Taco." We're just like, we're not. He's a little.
I mean,
he's a little off.
I mean, he did buy Del Taco.
You know.
I got Del Taco on the way here, and I plan on paying for this for a while. I don't know why this exists, but you can get a chicken strip taco.
Yeah.
And
Well, you would think that like chicky tendies, money, tacos, money,
Mm-hmm.
chicky tendy taco, chicky tendy taki.
Not money.
Not money.
Not money.
Yeah, like, did it come with like ranch or buffalo sauce or anything on it, or what was it? Was it just like
habanero chicken strip something? So it was like
and it was just a
ranch product,
whole chicken tender just on a tortilla shell?
yeah, with iceberg lettuce and cheese.
Del Taco slogan should be, "The tacos are $2, but hating it's free." Like,
Hate it. It's like what was it like Capital One or some shit where at the end it's like priceless. Like the tacos are $2, regretting your life afterwards, priceless.
priceless.
I mean, Del Taco makes you want to commit suicide, but Taco Bell is committing business suicide because every time you go there, the last thing you ordered isn't on the menu anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think Del Taco, they just gotta slide. They just gotta be there. They'll be okay.
They just gotta step their game up just like a half a notch.
Like when the last time I went through a Taco Bell drive-thru, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get something, like popular that I know is always there. Like, let me get that, I don't know, quesarito." They're like, "Sorry, we removed the quesarito.
Yo, is that
we
good?
also removed the tires from your car too." Like, they're just, "What are you taking away? Stop
There's
doing that."
a NASCAR pit crew down there just fucking.
Yeah, we took that too. That's gone.
The grilled cheese boy.
That's
that
back. It's back.
Back, like for sure, all locations back.
I ate it.
Daddy needs a grilled cheese burrito.
I ate it. And the grilled, the cheese chalupa, whatever one where it's got the
Cheesy
baked
Gordita
cheese.
Crunch? No?
No, that's always been back. Trust me, that's the staple. You put
Stapes.
you put a Dorito Loco shell on that bitch. Oh, child. I used to put potatoes on that bitch, but guess what? No fucking potatoes anymore.
took 'em.
Why potatoes? Why would they get rid of potatoes?
Dude, they can't do that. Like,
They can't do
no,
that.
No. So,
It
like,
is the fucking
out of-
constitutional right.
Okay, so like you can't tell me that there's like is this Ireland like back in the fucking
Yeah,
depression?
we're a
What
fucking
happened?
potato. We got a coin shortage and a fucking potato famine.
So all right, I have to admit I was a vegetarian at one point in my life. And
Boo.
taco, yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is that there's
So
a
we
lot
need
of
a
people who
soundboard.
are.
Just
I did a lot of things I wasn't proud of. But I went to Taco Bell a lot more then because it was one of the only fast food places where you could get filled out on potatoes.
And that's
the
why I
fuck?
started putting the potatoes on the cheesy gordites. Was one of my sister's friends. I went to high school with her. She comes up north with us, and we hit the Taco Bell KFC. Right? Fucking dude, Taco Bell KFC.
Both in one
Hey,
together
hey.
at last.
And she's like, "You got to put potatoes in the cheesy gordita crunch. I was like, you're fucking high. But I'm like, but I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
Game fucking changer, dude. Game changer.
Yeah.
And then literally 2 months later, they get rid of the potatoes.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking, why don't you rip my heart out, Taco Bell, and stomp on it?
See, if you have an absence of potatoes, I get that you can't make things with potatoes on it. But you motherfucker, do not tell me you can't make a double-decker taco anymore. Like, you just forgot? You just forgot how to put another fucking tortilla on the taco you just made me? This is bullshit.
Dude.
You're copping out, and it is not okay.
It's not okay.
You didn't forget.
Yeah.
You refused.
Like it's not on the menu, so you can't make it? Fuck you.
You have a
Fuck you.
fiduciary responsibility to me to make the taco that I want, and it's a double-decker like a London bus, and you fucked it up.
You know, it's funny when
I mean,
we
he's
had
got-
And
the.
I went to Del Taco because of it.
Yeah, because you got pissed at Taco
This
Bell.
is what you did to me.
You know, it's funny when they had that little beef shortage for a time a few months ago. Like,
Not me.
well done. Not me. Some places like Taco Bell and like McDonald's were like, that's not a problem. We don't have real beef, so we're gonna be okay. But Wendy's was like, oh shit, we got to cut back. So I remember going through the drive-through, and you got the single, the double, and the triple. The single, they're like, you're good. The double, they're like, you're good. But that triple was X'd out, and they're like, no third amigo, bro. We're running down.
So, were there people just going through and like attacking the drive-thru, just be like, "Where's the beef?" And killing out?
Aw, where's
Because
the
that
beef?
was them, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like that was them when we were toddlers. They had the "Where's the beef?"
Oh, really?
Where's the beef?
I
lady?
don't know. Was it Wendy's? I don't know.
It was.
And then Arby's is we have the meats.
Yeah.
All
You have the meat
meats.
sweats.
All right, so we're gonna talk about meats real quick.
Okay.
Back to Taco Bell. Getting rid of shredded chicken.
Yeah, no one
That's
likes
gone.
that shit.
I love chicken.
Yeah.
Love chicken.
Mm-hmm.
I love it on my tacos. Not at Taco Bell though.
Mm-mm.
But still, how the fuck are you gonna get rid of chili? On my quesarito, I liked chicken. Why the fuck are you getting rid of chicken?
Nah.
It's a fucking staple.
Well, they're getting rid of the shredded chicken?
Shredded chicken.
I don't like that shit, though.
Well, you gotta have it.
I mean, you do have to have it. Why can't they have grilled chicken? You know?
I'm a shredded chicken guy.
Are you really?
Yeah. Well, if I'm eating a taco, I'm a shredded chicken.
You got floss? You don't need floss.
You gonna need floss.
Yeah.
I'm at work the rest of the day taking little snaps. Like,
Wait, are you flossing with shredded chicken? I just.
Yeah, how's this working?
yeah, you get one thin ass piece of shredded chicken,
Can't wait.
and you just
And that sticks together. It stays whole.
yeah,
It's small
Yeah.
enough to
for at least
get through the teeth.
like
Wait, were you talking about that, like stringy chicken, or are you talking about very muscular birds? I don't.
shut the fuck up. Just this chick. You ever see those things where you can put arms on your chicken?
Oh.
Like it's a little thing that goes over their back, and it's got like beefed out arms, and it waddles around. Shredded chicken.
No doubt.
We do a bit. We get a chicken. and we just-
Shredded.
And we have shredded chicken, and he's just going around beating up other chickens.
And that like after he beats the shit out of the other chickens, he plays a guitar solo on their corpses.
And shred.
Shredding
Yeah,
chicken.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shredded chicken.
I'm down with
Shredding chickens.
Yeah.
While shredding.
And there's
No longer at Taco
they're
Bell.
beefed out.
No longer at Taco. What? Who's advertising it if it's not there?
Dude,
Could you
all right.
imagine that advertisement? Here's the
All right.
shit we don't got.
All right, mock Taco Bell commercial, right? Where it's a fucking chicken with the beefed out arms and a fake little guitar, and he's snowboarding. Just fucking shredded chicken, shredder. What was it? Shredding, fuck. Shredding chickens, shredding while shredding. No longer at Taco Bell. No longer at Taco Bell. No chickens were harmed in the making
And
of
then,
this video.
you know how like at the end it always shows like the black backdrop and just like the bell gongs. Just there should be one tagline underneath it. No one says it, but it just says "Get that shit somewhere else." It's just like letting you know.
Get that shit at Del Taco.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the 90s Taco Bell?
Yeah, there's one. There's one that still has the interior.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, where is it? Yeah, it was like
Missed that.
the weird like purple and
Like
like
Saved by the
aqua blue.
Bell kind
Yeah.
of like weird
like
thing
those
going
fucking shorts.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, I got them shorts. Yeah,
No
but
doubt.
That's Taco Bell, man. That's Taco Bell I want.
No.
I don't like. The fun was sucked out of each and every fast food restaurant. Now it's like you're a middle-aged man and/or woman. You hate your life. You hate your job. You're up at 4:30 a.m. You went for your jog. Now you're getting your shitty McCafe coffee, reading a fucking a Kindle
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
for the Washington Post, and like what?
What's
What?
happened?
Yeah,
what's
why
happened?
does it look so adult and modern and colorless and gray and
I think what Taco Bell really missed out on in the 90s was Burger King, McDonald's were doing these play place things.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine Taco Bell having like burritos and tacos like that kids are like playing in? These,
no,
like,
because
giant
think about
food
this: you
palaces.
give a child fucking Taco Bell, and then it gets in a ball pit and shits.
Mm.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they really did right by.
think
not
they
having
didn't do
those.
that at
I think
McDonald's?
no. Well, if you ever had a McDonald's shit versus a Taco Bell shit, I'm taking a McDonald's shit all day.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Especially if there's a fucking toddler shitting in a ball pit.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Jake takes McDonald's shits,
It's-
finds them, steals them, brings them back to him.
What do I do with them afterwards?
I'll take that all day.
It's a mix shit, actually. you have to.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Mix shit.
That's where it ends.
Ba-da-ba-ba!
I'm loving it.
James, are you okay
I'm
in
not
there?
loving this.
James, are you okay in there? We got McDonald's catering. Are you gonna be able to play? Are you gonna be able to?
Yeah. No.
You got enough toilet paper in there, James?
Yeah.
So we wanted to talk about some Michigan branded things because we live in fucking Michigan and we got Michigan beer here.
Wait. We live in Michigan?
That's what they keep saying on the signs.
I thought this was Canada.
Yeah, well, it ain't.
Good, 'cause I fucking hated Canada.
Yeah, Canada's strange. Like as soon as you pass over the border and you get into Windsor, everything just has this like feeling of desolation.
Yes, it's
very
like a
strange.
it's like a strange
Desolation
low
and
budget indie film.
politeness?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Everyone's so weird and awkward. It's everywhere though. It's so weird. I don't even know why.
I'm upset that there's just a lack of beards and lumberjacks. I just assume that everyone up there is a fucking lumberjack.
Hey, at least they have Trailer Park Boys and Letterkenny, so we got that.
Trailer Park Boy's not that good.
Okay, get out
I
of here.
disagree.
Phenomenal.
Well, I don't know.
Phenomenal.
Never was able to get behind it.
Yeah, whatever.
Letterkenny though.
Let's talk about the beers. Who wants to start?
Beers.
The beers. Adam, what do you got?
I have a bunch of fucking crazy beer. I have a mule beer. This tastes like a Moscow Mule, and before that, I had another Shorts beer called Divine, and it tastes like wine. So I don't know if I did this wrong, but apparently everything I'm drinking is like a fake beer.
Like not
It's
it's
an
it's not a
imposter
beer.
beer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
imposter.
But that's the level.
It's like a Scooby Doo beer where you take the
Yes.
mask off and
Yes.
it's not actually beer. It's like fucking.
Well, it's not. Yeah.
That's what I
The
did.
impostor.
That's exactly what happened.
What would you rank them out of 9?
Oh man, this mule beer though, I won't lie, I love this shit. This is like an 8.5.
It's gonna have the hiccups in an hour.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude.
What about the Divine beer
Uh,
wine?
I mean, Divine. It just made me feel like why am I not just drinking
Drinking
wine?
wine, yeah.
Like, this is just silly.
It's like a
I get it.
commercial for wine in a form of beer.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I just picked it off the rack real quick before I got here. So it's good. It's fine.
Well, Bells. Now this one's a stretch here, boys. Never had this one before. Two Hearted.
Ooh, is that new?
It must be because I've never had it.
You've never had Two Hearted?
I'm fucking. Come on,
Okay.
guy.
I was just
You put it on like it was pretty.
yeah. You
Yeah, you gave it a good
if you're not
act.
from
Yeah.
Michigan, you can say that and it
forgot
makes
to add
sense.
the sarcasm.
It's,
No, I'm pretty sure it's the #1 beer like on the planet.
well, yeah, but
Yeah, it's one of the top.
But,
beers
yeah.
in the country.
Well, so then I have to give it a fucking 1 because
Because everyone likes it.
everyone likes it. But
Hipster.
no,
there's
of course
a fish
it's.
on the label and it doesn't taste like fish.
Do they call it Two-Hearted because fish have 2 hearts? Is that why?
I think so.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Are you really gonna give it a 1 out of 9 though? It's a
Man,
classic.
Out of 9,
Yeah, out of 9. Everything's out of 9.
I mean,
I love it.
I'll give it a 6 out of 9.
69, no doubt.
No doubt.
All right, I got this one here. Shorts, Pure Michigan Autumn IPA. I like IPAs. This one is what I would consider to be your standard IPA. You know, it's decent. You're not gonna
It's like
you're
an
not gonna
all
call
day.
your boy about it and be
It's
like,
like an all day.
you know,
Bro, I just had a fucking all day. All day. Like,
it's just decent. You know, it's got hops. It's got a cool
does
logo.
it have hops?
hops?
Hops.
It's hopping.
This be it.
You know, 6 out of 9.
This hops.
I would say. But Shorts Brewing Company in Bel Air is money. I've been there once, and If you haven't been there, you need to go there.
What's the
There's
one
like some Willy Wonka motherfucker that's in charge of that company. Some of the beer that Shorts comes up with is like
Yeah.
insulting, weird. Like there was an accident at the factory.
Like
kind
he's
of
just got a bunch of
situation.
little orange people walking around, and he's just like, "Fucking, give me the fruits of your land and
Yeah.
people," and like he's just shaking fruits out of them like they're the fucking bully with lunch money.
That'd be
I highly
funny.
suspect that's happening. Yes.
Yeah.
Essentially,
A
the Oompa.
psychedelic boat ride through a fucking beer river. Everyone's just freaking out.
What they should do is the people that work there should dress like Oompa Loompas when they got to come and mop up the puke from a guy who had too much beer, and they got to do a song about him. You know,
Yeah.
you drunk, you know, the drunk ass, you know, whatever.
Oompa, oompa dee da.
Huh?
Yeah.
Boop, bop.
Yeah.
And then rhyme.
Somebody stopped at Del Taco before coming.
It's Adam. He's just passed out on the floor, vomiting his shit all over. Just like, ah. This was such a bad decision. Or a good one. Depending on how you look at it. I'm surrounded by Oompa Loompas singing songs. Best day ever.
It's a good day.
We should do that. We should make a parody of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory about grown men going to the beer factory.
Family Guy
Beer
already did it.
Factory.
Wait, who did that?
Family Guy already did it.
Oh, they
okay.
did,
They've
didn't
got
they?
what's the beer called? The Pawtucket Patriot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and there's literally a whole episode about
That's
Is it
right.
a
actually
brewing
funny,
factory
though?
being a Willy Wonka
It
type
was
of
an early
deal.
episode.
Okay, then yeah.
And
it's
then
probably-
Futurama did it as well.
Okay.
Slurm.
Slurm,
Yeah, Slurm's untouchable.
the party slug
So-
or whatever he is.
Slurm McKenzie.
Yep, Slurm McKenzie, the party slug.
Apparently, Ryan Reynolds wants to produce or direct this like unofficial sequel of Home Alone, but it's
Yep.
called Stoned Alone, where it's like a guy in his mid-20s who's just super high and people break in, but he's freaking out because he's just.
Can it
really
just be
high.
Macaulay Culkin grown up, stoned out of his mind?
Yeah, he's great. He's coming back and doing stuff.
Joe Pesci and what's his face just break in again.
That'd be fucking great. They're like super old,
Yep.
but
There's a meme where it says petition to have Macaulay Culkin play himself as Kevin McAllister and have nobody address it. Where it's just his old
Ooh,
self
he's just a
playing
child
Kevin
again?
McAllister, but it's just his age with nobody just.
oh wow, that'd be great, dude.
Like
That would be
he's playing-
fantastic.
he's playing a child.
So it's like he might have to have a new family because everyone there's too old, but it's still like understood that he's a 10-year-old, even though he's walking around in the pajamas, but he's like 40.
Is that more or less weird than CGI bringing in dead actors back?
Oh,
from death, you
that's
know?
less weird to me.
I think it is less weird.
I think it's less weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if this bringing back dead actors is like, it's weird, yes, but at the same time, I would rather see that than them replace them with some.
Who did they bring back? Usually
They did it with like the guy that played Grand Moff Tarkin.
Oh yeah.
You know.
And
Leia.
I don't think did they do it with
Yeah,
Leia?
Leia.
I think they did it.
Wait a minute, is it only Star Wars that is doing this right now?
Well, if Star Wars is doing it, every movie in the next couple years will be. 'cause
Yeah, they
Star
will.
Wars makes it okay.
I would rather see them do that than replace those actors with some like young punk that can't fulfill the role.
In all fairness, Rogue One wouldn't have worked without Grand Moff.
Yeah. I mean, so
Yeah.
long as the people that they're replacing aren't main characters. If they're supporting actors that show
Right.
up like for 5 minutes,
But like, don't make the next Bruce Lee movie. You know,
yeah.
like,
Or,
don't do that.
Don't let Harrison Ford die and bring him back as fucking Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a fucking problem. And also don't replace him with Shia LaBeouf, please, fucking God.
And also,
replace
don't
him.
let Harrison Ford die.
Yes.
Don't think he's allowed
Like,
to.
once again, we talked about this a little bit earlier. Why are we focusing on a vaccine for coronavirus when we could be focusing on keeping Harrison Ford alive forever? I mean,
Yeah, it's not a big enough part of my day. I
No.
know that.
I could wear a mask for an extra 6 months. I don't care. I could just lock myself in the house. Fine,
But that
whatever.
guy, but Han Solo needs to
No,
keep him.
you don't even just keep him alive. You reverse age him.
Just him. No one
Just
else
him.
needs it.
We can throw Mark Hamill in there too. I mean, I'd be cool with that.
Is that the only? If you had one other guy that you could do it to, would it be Mark Hamill? Maybe there's probably someone
I
else.
think older Mark Hamill is better than younger Mark Hamill.
It's true. He's
Um,
wiser.
Mark
Yeah, he is
Hamill,
better now.
Harrison Ford, and maybe James Earl Jones, so we can keep. Doing
Oh,
the voice
yes,
of Darth-
now that we're
Darth
talking.
Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone else can get fucked. I mean,
It's a very Star Wars heavy kind of.
you know what? I
plot.
take that back. I'm gonna replace James Earl Jones, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw in
James Hetfield.
Yeah. What's his name from Sir Ian McKellen, Gandalf.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, well, if you do him, then you have to do Patrick Stewart because they're Boise State.
Yeah, fuck Patrick Stewart.
Come on, they
Star
make each
Trek
other better.
sucks.
Well,
Star Trek sucks.
it's okay.
It's also Professor X.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now, what do you
Nah,
think?
McAvoy did a better job. McAvoy did a much better job.
Oh, the new guy?
Yeah.
I liked him in the first one.
Sorry, what?
James McAvoy.
Yeah. Yeah, Jim. What did I say?
That guy.
I said McAvoy.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you.
Fuck you. Why don't you just give him that mic?
All right.
He walks in, gives him the mic. Yeah, I think McAvoy did a better job, but whatever. Unpopular opinion, maybe?
About
I like
Star
them both.
Trek?
I like them both.
What?
Wait.
No,
Um,
no, I'm talking as Professor X.
Oh, yeah, I don't
And honestly, Chris Pine did a better job as Captain Kirk
Then
than Shatner.
Sure. Yeah.
Fuck Shatner.
Yeah.
I hate Shatner. The only thing I like about Shatner is in one of the later movies, and you know how Ryan's always going, don't.
yeah.
He legit comes up in an elevator on a Klingon warbird with like Spock or someone draped over his shoulder, and he just turns around like he's facing the wrong way in the elevator, and he just turns around and goes, "Don't," and the fucking Klingon just drops his gun. I'm like,
Money.
fucking classic.
How can you
just
not enjoy that?
excellent acting.
Pineapple Express referenced that.
Yep. You gotta say something cool like, "Don't."
See, that was the first time I saw the Don't, and I thought
That-
it was.
me too. And then I saw it like 2 years later watching the old Star Trek films, and I was like,
Yeah.
fuck. I'm like, maybe it was like a triple switcheroo with a weird loop-de-loop, and then they just referenced that, and I'm like, it's amazing. Don't. Klingon just surrenders.
See, Star Trek, I don't want to say I hate it. I just never really appreciated it. I think Next Gen was pretty good, but, like, for me, it was, like, the TV equivalent of riding in the car listening to AM radio with your parents.
Yeah.
You just want to, like, strangle yourself with your seatbelt. So, I don't know.
I mean, my parents never listened to AM radio when I was a kid, so,
Okay.
you know, my parents were kind of cool for a little
They
bit.
were kind of cool.
But yeah, that's fair. Star Trek.
Yeah.
Star Trek was like when I would stay over at my grandma's house, my nana, when I was a kid. Right? Like if it was Halloween, we'd watch The Mummy, or you remember that Michael Jackson's
Mummy.
Thriller, the that thing.
The video? The
Yeah,
music video?
No, like the actual like there's a movie,
There
a short
is?
film.
Yes.
Yeah. So like the things I remember watching in her house were The Mummy on
Huh.
VHS, Michael Jackson's Thriller or whatever the fuck it was called, and then we would watch Star Trek when it was on CBS or whatever. She'd just throw on fucking Star Trek. And I remember
Which
with
version of
fucking
Star Trek?
Patrick
Patrick Stewart?
Yeah, what is that? I
Oh,
don't know
like
which
Next
one that is.
Generation? Okay.
Your grandma watched Thriller? That's pretty
No,
cool.
she just threw it on because
Oh,
I was
okay.
there, and she was like, "Oh, look, it's Michael Jackson," and I was
Yeah.
like, "Awesome!
Yeah.
I don't know this guy." I'm like, "Why does he look so girly and white?" And then I got older, and someone was like, "Well, this is Michael Jackson, and this is Michael Jackson," and I was like, "No, it's not." And then I was like, "It is! Holy shit!"
So I haven't seen this, but supposedly, do you know Sammy Sosa, the baseball player?
Mhm.
I guess he's doing that too.
Oh, yeah.
He's like
Mhm.
suspiciously not the same complexion he was.
Yeah, he's super white
No.
now.
Well, where did Bobby go? I want him to pull up photos of Sammy Sosa.
What, and turn the
Pull up,
computer
you
around?
gotta pull up some,
I don't know. Put him on his phone. Hand us the
white Sammy
fucking.
Sosa.
Now, one of you guys even this, I don't think go in frame.
I mean,
Like,
that's right. Our TV doesn't work.
Yeah.
Huh?
One day, though.
One day.
Pull it up.
Pull
Need
what
a
up?
bigger one. I'm not gonna use that TV.
So, do we want
Then why did you have us mount it?
Because we just for a bigger one.
We were wide-eyed young souls with a lot of ideas when we started, and now it's just all
You're the
falling
one that
apart.
bought that fucking mount. When you didn't
No, I didn't buy that mount. Somebody just gave me that
I
mount.
think Andy gave us
Yeah,
that mount.
Nope, my brother gave it to me, and then I brought it here.
Oh.
Yep.
Well,
I never used it.
it's a fucking big mount.
That's what she said.
It's like, yeah. It's huge.
So funny story about TV
Majestic
mounts.
steed.
So funny story about TV mounts. I used to work at Best Buy, and the biggest company that sells TV mounts is called Sanus. So it's the word anus with an S in front. So I just be like, I got a truck full of anus mounts. I got to unload. So,
Why? Why
Need
would
those
you put
anus
anus
mounts.
in the name of your?
I know it's just,
They have to be a foreign company where anus isn't a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely a foreign company.
There is a building that is on Woodward near here, and whenever I turn and you like so there it's a building behind a building, and the taller building stands up, but one of the buildings kind of the best way to describe it is it gets taller on one side, so it cuts off this large sign. And when you're driving at approaching these buildings, the large sign is cut off, so it's called Sanus, but it just cuts it off so that you just see anus as you're just driving
So
into the
is that
sunset.
is that where the mounts come from?
Must be.
It could be.
I
doubt
think
it,
that's what it
but
is. Well,
maybe.
who knows?
All right, and well, so we're talking about anus mounts,
Bobby can confirm.
You
this. He
should
also
too.
worked there.
and there's apparently a company here in Michigan off of Woodward that makes said anus mounts.
I think that's the name. Maybe it was spelt differently though. I can't remember. But you triggered that memory of,
But it
of
does
that
say
visual.
anus.
Yeah, in some way. Yeah.
So the S is obscured. You just see anus.
Yes.
The fucking
Oh, man.
I love famous anus cookies.
Those are great. Famous anus.
Look at that. That's a famous anus. I know that anus.
Question: who do you think has the most famous anus?
Probably a porn star.
Yeah, Jenna Jameson. I don't
Mm.
know.
Probably. Who else's anuses have we seen?
I've never
Is the
seen
anus
one.
the butthole, or is the anus farther in?
On
No,
those-
legitimately, because there's like the anus, there's like the rectum, the anus.
Put that into
And-
Google on my computer right now.
Why aren't you searching that? We need to
Yeah.
know.
Young Bobby, young
I
Robert.
think the anus is like just inside the hole. So like, isn't that like if you have a prolapsed anus, isn't that? Like,
That means
what
the anus
comes
comes out the butthole.
I think so.
So
think
the,
that's what it
so no one has the most unless it's blowing out the backside. No one's got really got a famous anus. You know what I'm
Some gay
saying?
porn star has the most famous anus, so.
You lied to me, Amos. Your anus is not famous.
You lied. You lied for your teeth.
You lied through your anus. I would
Prolapse.
assume that the most famous anus is probably your anus. I mean, come on, that was low hanging fruit, but I had to do it. That was a low hanging anus.
That's true. Now you got to do it. It was there.
Man. Oh, well, so you had something. I think you said you wanted to talk about.
Ah, yes, in honor of the holidays, we still got Thanksgiving coming up, which is worthy of rejoice. But I do have a funny story, and I think a couple of you guys may have heard it at some point because it's an older story, but it needs to be told, and it's reference to Thanksgiving.
Does it need to be?
It needs to be told, and it needs to be heard.
Be told.
Boy, everyone. So it was sophomore year in college. Yeah, yep. And
You have to look at him for confirmation. Was it sophomore?
no, he knows what I'm about to talk
Yeah,
about. He
yeah.
referenced it, and I confirmed. And it's Thanksgiving break. I don't know if it's just like a long weekend or whatever. So I come back. Adam and I went to state, as you know. And so I'm like 19. So it's the evening before Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving Eve. And I'm hanging out with my older cousin. He's like in his 30s at the time. My stepdad at the time. And we go out to this like local bar in the area, this like kind of dive bar. I don't even think I was drinking. I was just like happy to be able to just like go and hang out late while they got a couple beers. And it's, mildly it's not super packed or anything. It's like one of those local dive joints. And it's owned by like this old, I want to say either Korean or Taiwanese lady. And
it
it was
wasn't
something
Polish?
like that. It might have been Polish.
His name wasn't Christopher Columbus.
One of those Asian Polacks, whatever.
There we go. We got a South Vietnamese Polak. So
exactly what it
after
was.
this, I got a story. Hang on. Continue.
So she's real friendly, we're chatting with her, but it's very clear that the people that go to this bar are like almost everyone there is a regular. There's a group of people that all seem to know each other, another group, and she seems to know everybody, and she's chatting with everyone, walking around, and she's clearly an immigrant. It's not like her family for generations have lived here, so she's got an accent. And one guy strolls in, and clearly a regular because she's already like shooting the shit with him as he comes in. Keep in mind, it's the day before Thanksgiving. It's the night before. And she says to him as he walks in, she's like, "You're late." And he's like, "Yeah, I know." He's like grabbing a beer or whatever. He's like, just had to work a lot later tonight, with the holiday and all tomorrow. And she goes, "Oh, St. Patrick." Did the bow and everything. And we're watching this interaction. And I fall off of my fucking chair, just laughing. We're all laughing. I was just like, she doesn't know. She has no idea what's going on. I've been saying that for the past over a decade now. I think most of our friend group says that on a regular basis.
You would just assume that someone from Europe, even if it's Eastern Europe, knows that St. Patrick is Irish and not because she's Polish.
Oh, right, yeah.
Come on. Fucking cunts. Okay, so my story was this. I was out last night. I told you I was out with coworker Dicko Dow's, and we were talking about
You say Dingo Dial? Like
Ding-
from Crash Bandicoot?
Dingo Dow. Dicko Dow's. Oh shit, our sign.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, scoot that. I dropped something.
It's fine.
And we were talking about like the worst combinations of human beings, right? And like,
Great. This is good.
Yeah,
This
so-
is good for publicity.
so
This is right.
this is what we need to talk about.
no, it was just funny because we were going back and forth, and he was like, "Yeah, man, one time he's like, I almost thought I knocked up this chick I was dating. She was this. Obviously I'm Scottish, and I couldn't imagine like how angry that child would have been. You're angry Scottish drunk. I was like, well, a Greek guy or the Scottish lady, one of the Scottish ladies in my family got knocked up by a Greek, and well." He burnt 2 businesses down, and he was like, "Worst combination of humans ever." He's like,
Never thought about that. People be pissed, bro.
dude, you're just angry, like you're angry Greek and you're angry Scottish. It's like, dude, I don't know if you're Mother Teresa or if you're like William Wallace or what's going on. A combination of both, maybe. You're just drunk all the time off of ouzo and fucking scotch. Like,
man.
So this is silly, but so I used to play in this band with some like pretty progressive minded dudes, right? And there was this one time before I joined the band where one of the guys was really pissed at the bar owner for this show that they were playing because they weren't getting paid.
Oh.
It was, just like kind of like a dive punk show at this bar that's gonna
and they
close down, like,
expected to
3
get
months.
paid.
Yeah, just like gas money, not a lot, just enough to get home for gas or whatever.
Sure.
And so this guy's like a pretty like progressive minded guy or whatever. I just remember being like, "Fucking Greek bastard." I was just like, wow.
Found what makes him tick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me tell you who the shystiest people on the planet are. My cousins, and they're all Greek. So maybe it's that they're in my family.
What keeps happening?
This fell
How did that fall?
because I elbowed the table.
Oh, I thought it was like a ghost or something. I was like, we shouldn't have played with that
It's
Ouija
the
board
ghost
last
of the
weekend.
Greeks that lived here 100 years ago.
Oh, that was Greeks.
There were
pissed.
Greeks here. Burn it
There were a
down.
lot of Greeks in Detroit. They had
And that's
town.
exactly what my cousin said. He was like, "There were Greeks here. Burn it down."
But you're Greek. Burn it. Burn all of it.
Fucking
I mean,
A, man.
what would you do if your homeland was named Greece?
I would
Like,
probably do a song and dance with the prettiest blonde in school.
You are such a cunt.
But you would set everything on fire first.
Oh,
because
right,
it's
right, right.
flammable.
All right,
Yeah.
Ajax dish soap, right? Their slogan is "Tough on grease." Ajax was a mythological. Well, I don't know if he was mythological or not, but he was a Greek hero, fought in the Trojan War. Ajax, tough on grease.
Wow, nice. I like that.
Yeah,
Random fact. That's fun to know.
fucked me up when I first figured it out. I was like, wait a minute. I had to like Google it, and I was like, Ajax dish soap, Greek Ajax. They're like, yeah, it's a thing. I was like, oh, fuck me.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it was a Persian company.
No. Oh God.
Wow.
Persia isn't a place anymore, and I feel like the term Persian is very derogatory towards Middle Eastern people.
I was talking about.
Keep using it. Don't use it.
Well,
Racist.
no, like so there's some people in Iran who want to be called Persian.
Yeah,
I've met some.
I feel like that would be a thing because the Persian Empire was such like a, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
Yeah, I could understand that. I could 100% understand that.
Yeah,
They
it
don't want to
is.
be Iranian, they want to be Persian because
Yeah.
they've always been, they've been Persian throughout their entire history.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what that was the TLDR that they gave me. Like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Sure.
Yeah,
Persian. Go ahead. Yeah.
I get that.
I won't take that from you. I
What was
promise.
the fucking South Park episode right after 300 came out? They did a spoof of it where there was the Persians were trying to take over a local bar or something,
I don't know if I saw that.
and so were the lesbians. And Xerxes, the Persian emperor, it turns out they thought he was a dude, and it turns out he was a woman, just a really manly lesbian woman. And he ended up like making peace with the lesbians. Then he ended up like marrying one. Like it's like it was. It's so bad. And like they rolled up in like gold Hummers and shit. Oh, fucking South Park.
There's a South Park episode for anything that has ever happened.
I have yet to see the pandemic episode.
You gotta watch it. It's
Yeah, I
good.
need to see that.
You gotta see it.
Can we watch it tonight after this?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything else we wanna jump into? I think we've
I think we've pretty much covered everything. We've talked about Thanksgiving
Mostly
a little
food.
bit. We talked about Taco Bell and Del Taco. We talked about Persians in South Park. We talked about Greeks and Scottish people. God.
And if you haven't been offended yet, please stay tuned for next episode. We'll find a way.
Like we said, I only laugh when other people cry, so that's the whole point of tonight, right?
That is your thing.
I want someone to cry. Probably mainly Bobby, but
True.
true. Well, that's all, folks.
Cheers.
Gingerly touch the tips. Not you. Sit down.